All right, Hotep family, this is your brother RBG, God in Hollywood Junior. Just coming to you with another real video. As you can see, I got my two homies. What's good, brothers? You can introduce yourselves.
Well, peace, everybody. This is Brother Bakari dealing with appreciate Brother God in Hollywood for inviting me to his show to be a part of the panel. And I'm going to do the best I can to make this show interesting and have some interesting things to say about this topic.
It's gonna be very interesting. Oh, you can't hear you, bro. Can't hear you. Mm-mm. You can't hear you, Maurice. No. Uh-oh. You wanna go out and come back in? Okay. Maurice having some technical difficulties. We'll wait on him real quick. It's not gonna be a long video, but I just want this is a little educational, and just wait. Just give us a few more minutes, and we wait till my brother gets back in. Yeah. So all right. I got my cat here chilling with me, Bakari.
Your cat,
Yeah, he's chilling with me.
the cat is more self-sufficient than a dog. I know that.
Very.
Now that cat ran around Chinese people, he might be dinner.
I don't know. If I can't. I don't know. He a fighter. Shoot. Take few of them motherfuckers down. But he said, "Shit, I ain't going down without a fight." I'm just waiting for our brother Maurice, so we all could be on board. Yeah. So a lot of things are happening, and it's just just it's just it's funny how when we're dealing with warfare, it goes um, there's different levels of warfare. Even when it comes down to food, we got to know what we're taking in our bodies and stuff like that. And I think this is very important. So, and we definitely got to be aware of what we take in. They doing a lot of injecting into. You see that in videos where they injecting the cows and the chickens and stuff like that. So you gotta causing a lot of problems and health problems among people. So waiting for my brother to come back in. All right.
I heard you mention the cows, right? There was nothing I liked more. I used to love me a good T-bone steak once a week, right?
Almost funded on the 31st.
The reason
I don't walk in because it's gonna be full.
I stopped eating it once a week. Really cut it out just about. I ain't gonna. I might eat it now once every 2-3 months. But you ever heard of mad cow disease?
I heard about that. Yeah.
You know what that is? You know why the cows get sick?
Why?
Parts of the animal that they're supposed to throw away, they don't. They grind it up and put it back in the cow food, and the cow was eating cow. That what made them sick.
Oh. No.
Mm-hmm.
No wonder.
Yep, in the power.
They don't still do that, don't they? They don't still do that. They stopped that, right?
Yeah, they stopped it, but
Oh,
I'm just
okay.
saying.
Wow. It's like almost can't like.
Cannibalism.
Yeah, that's what it is. Exactly. Oh, oh, it's terrible.
But you know me, I eat a little meat. I eat chicken,
Right.
turkey,
Mm-hmm.
fish, but mainly chicken. I eat chicken 7 days a week.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't eat meat every time I eat though.
Right. I agree.
I don't eat meat every day.
Mm. And that's good. And that's a good thing. I think sometimes we have to take a break. Okay, there go my brother. Hope I can. Oh. I think I can hear you, Maurice. Say something.
Say something, Maurice.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay, perfect. Excellent. Well, peace and blessings, brothers. It's always a pleasure to be with my brothers as we come and be a part of Big Brother Guy's live stream, because he always drop it. And Guy, I have to take my hat off to you, because that live stream you did the other day, good Lord have mercy. There's no coming back from that. I mean, you proved everything very methodically. And, hell, that even make the devil cry.
It's funny because I saw it and I never got a chance to respond. And because he was always talking about, what people have done, people have put their life on the line to try to make our lives better. And these are our own people. And when you put our people down like that, our own people, our so-called own people, put our greats down like that, that becomes hurtful. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
We don't only race. Our race is the only race that do stupid crap like that.
Exactly.
And I just don't like that. And for me, it's hurtful. And to show the hypocrisy, how you saw him wearing the same colors that he was putting down.
Exactly.
I just thought I thought that was very hypocritical.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But today's video, what we were going to be talking about is meat versus plant-based diet. And the reason why I named this topic because I was inspired by the video that Chief X versus Brother Polite. I don't know if y'all ever saw that debate, where it was a very good debate. I thought it was very interesting. I was kind of in between both of them. I thought they made some excellent points. And I drawing my own conclusion. Now, as you can see, Brother Polite is vegan. I don't know if y'all know that. Or he turned vegan.
Okay.
Chief X, he believes eating meat, getting that protein and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I come up with my own conclusion. Maybe y'all could tell me your experiences or what y'all, how y'all feel eating vegetables, how y'all feel eating meat. You could tell me your experience, because I'm only going to tell you my experiences and what's good for me. And, because everybody's body is different. So the reason why I came up with this topic, because I went to a barbecue Saturday, and I was talking to this brother. Now all of us come from a country background, right? Or we come from the country. We have family that's from the country, right? So this brother, he's from Dallas, Texas. His name is James. Very good brother. So he was saying that he was asking me, he was asking me, oh, have you ever had possum meat? Or you ever had rabbit meat? Alligator meat and frog. I'm like, no. I'm gonna see myself. I'm just give me my meat that I'm used to eating: fish, chicken, turkey. I'm good with that. And he said, so I'm gonna ask him, I said, why would you how could you eat all that stuff? He said, you have to understand, brother. He said, after they so-called freed us, America freed us, we had to survive.
Mm-hmm.
We had to survive, especially doing Jim Crow and all this other stuff. So it was a lot of hunting, and we had to eat whatever we had to find.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that was interesting. And now they became some sort of a culture or delicacy. Now, chitlins and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think because now with so much information now, a lot of us was wasn't really educated of the foods that we was eating, that we thought it was good eating, but it was kind of harmful to us. You see what I'm saying? And we was only, and I don't believe just living for the moment. I believe in living for the future. Exactly. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I want to screen share a couple. I got some screen shares to point out. And this is what bothers me when you're dealing with the Cancer Association and all these other associations that's supposed to help get rid of these health problems like cancer, diabetes, but they're not really there to get rid of it. They're just there to help you live through it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But here's the hypocrisy. Give me 1 second. Sorry about that. So I'm gonna screen share this real quick. All right. One second. Screen share this. And do y'all see this?
Uh-huh.
Yes. So you see the American Diabetes Association. You see the Sung Sam Common. I don't know what that is. There's some other. I forgot what that is. And you have the American Cancer Society. And as you can see here, all these products that you see here, they are funding these associations and these associations and organizations that supposedly supposed to prevent. And all these are what you call meat companies. You got the American Heart Association, right? Because people are getting cancer and they saying that it's coming from the meat. But why is the Meat Association funding these organizations? That's the question. So, so that's why like I said, that's when I realized they're not there to get rid of the problem. They just want you to live with it. And so, as you can see here, I learned that, meat does give you some sort of protein. I think meat does, like fish, chicken, turkey. I think if it's not tampered with, I think it is a good benefit. Certain foods to eat, and I'm talking about foods that from animals that live off of plants and seeds. You're not going to eat a lion or a bear or something like that, or animals that eat other animals. So you're only going to eat animals that live from plants and seeds. As you can see here, let me just skip this real quick. My doctor, when I went to the doctor, right? My doctor had said this. He said, look, because he was saying that I was telling him I'm talking about certain problems that I had. I said, look, I'm sweating a lot. I high blood pressure, stuff like that. So he was saying, look, he gave me this like a picture, as you can see here. So he was saying, look, you can have your little meat. You're going to also have your rice, but make sure that the majority of your plate is filled with green food. And remind you, my doctor, he's a black man, you know, from the motherland. And I always recommend, and I tell my people, to get a doctor that looks like you. Do not get with a doctor that from another race, because their body is different. They don't really know that the other cultures' bodies. You got to understand, we're carbonated people. We're tropical people. So what do you see in the tropics? Fruits, a lot of vegetarians, a lot of veggie foods, a lot of fruits. So when it's hot like that, when I know it's in the summertime, I eat less. I eat less meat. And if you want to prevent from getting from sweating, or if you want to get that energy, you eat a lot of green foods. You eat a lot of fruits, so you won't sweat a lot. Your blood pressure could go down because you're pushing your heart. If you eat a lot of red meat, a lot of meat, you're pushing your body more. And this is what causes high cholesterol and blood pressure. So you want to lower that by putting more fruits and vegetables on your plate. A lot of green foods like broccoli, lettuce, or spinach, and those things, especially if doing hot weathers. But we're tropical people, and so we're gonna eat more green foods. Some people like myself that live further up north, where the weather's changing, yes, I'm going to eat meat because when it gets cold, you need that protein where it's going to, like bears, it kind of give you that how you said, you're not doing too much moving like you're doing in the heat. You see what I'm saying? So even though I don't eat as a lot of meat, but it's good to eat some sort of chicken and stuff like that. But because of my ethnicity, I have to eat more green food, and so this is my diet, and I'm just telling you what works for me, because of the climate that I'm in, and because of my my ethnicity, I have to eat more green foods to keep my energy up. Also too, to help my digestive system works for me. When you eat more green foods, your body it cleans you out inside. If you notice that in Europe, a lot of white people eat a lot of raw meat. They like raw meat because they're not carbonated people. They're not carbon people. So they have to eat a lot of raw meat with blood in it and stuff like that. So this is, and this works for me. And we got to know what we're eating. We got to know when we eat these fruits and vegetables, we got to know what it do to our body. So I'll give you a perfect example. Just give me 1 second. Do I need this? Let me give you a perfect example. Let me close this up. So did y'all ever had asparagus before?
Uh-huh.
Now, do you know what it does when you eat it?
No.
Oh, well, as you can see, these are the list what it does, right? Proves heart health, fights and prevents cancer, good source of fiber, anti-aging, contains biotech and anti-inflammatory. So it tells you exactly what it does. This is green food. This is a good source of to keep you alive. Because we want to live long. Like I said, we don't want to live for the moment. We want to live for the future. So give you another example here. Look at the fruits, right? A lot of times we don't know, we eat these stuff, we don't know what it does. You know, apples help your body develop resistance against infections. Did you know that?
Mm.
Yeah, watermelon. You know, I know we always say watermelon's a stereotype. I don't give a fuck. I love watermelon. I don't eat watermelon like that, but what I do with watermelon, I just chop it up and blend it. I like to take fruits and blend it.
Wow.
And I, you know, and so you could take all the fruits and just blend it and just make, and you just get that good vitamin C, and you get the same type of benefits. Watermelon helps control your heart rate, right? Grapes relaxes your blood vessels. So we got to know what we're eating. Look, strawberries contain partly fight against cancer and aging. So think about it. You eating strawberries, it slows your aging. So you won't look. You could be 50 years old and still look like and they give you 10 years. Make you 10 years younger. So you could be 40 years old and still look like you're 20. You know, look at this. Pineapple helps fight arthritis. This is deep stuff.
Wow.
So like I said, we're carbonated people. We need to eat more fruits and vegetables, especially during the time of summertime and spring. And we got to make it our diet. But I'm not saying that we can't eat fish, turkey, and stuff. I like that stuff, but we just can't eat too much of it. And I'm just telling you what works for me. And sometimes, you know, like Thanksgiving, and people celebrate Thanksgiving. Sometimes we overindulge, you know, in certain things. And I got these pills called these health pills. I go to the African market, and I got these health pills called it's not Roots. I wish I can show you. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna show you. Hold on. Okay. So let me get out of here. I'm gonna show you what I have. Okay, so I got these pills. Y'all see this?
Mm-hmm.
I got these pills called Detox, right? It's very healthy. And you take it and it cleans all this out. So it's not what you eat, it's what you don't eliminate. And that's how people get sick. And that's how people get affections and stuff like that. So, you know, if you get a chance, if you find an African, go to like the, you know, like I said, go to your people, because only our people know what's best for us.
Mm-hmm.
I can't speak for other races of people. I can't speak for white folks. I can't speak for yellow folks, red folks, brown folks. I can't speak for other races. But I can speak for me, being that I'm an African man. I go to my people, and I take stuff like this. You know, you have an African doctor, because only he know, and he breaks it down to me. Look, we black folks, you know, these are the things that we have to do. And he said, look, I'm not saying you can't eat meat, but put a lot of green foods. He said, we're tropical people, you know, and I know, and the only reason why we eating meat is because of the climate change, because we go through, you know, winter, fall, and all that stuff. So we need these things to keep that warmth. And so I guess to give us that warmth, you know, when we eat meat. But in the summertime, you know, you don't really eat heavy like that. I eat light in the summertime. And imagine if we was in like in the Caribbeans or in Mother Africa, we wouldn't be eating. We probably won't eat meat like that. You know.
Wife, your phone.
So, what's your thoughts? You know, do you think that meat is good? You know, do you feel there's a balance, or what is your view on it?
You know, I agree with everything that you said. Meat is not, it was never really meant for us to eat. And, you know, we were taught by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad on 2 books called How to Eat to Live. And in those books, it definitely talked about meat consumption. that it was not originally a part of our diet. And then when we start dealing with this enemy, then meat became part of our diet. So that he was telling us that we need to get ourselves off the meat and eat more vegetables and fruits. And it was very interesting. He talked about the watermelon because my wife, that's what she does. She buys, we'll buy a watermelon and she'll put it in the blender and drink it. And she gave me a glass of it, and I was like, I ain't used to drinking it. Put me in the plate, and I eat it.
Right.
She does that, and so I was surprised when you said that, and she started smiling because that's what she's been talking about. We go around and look for the watermelon man to buy it so that she can do that. So that was very, very interesting. Matter of fact, here's her glass of watermelon that she's put in the blender to do, and she's right there with you, brother. She's right there with you, doing the exact same thing. So now you just made it more stressful for me. So I'm gonna have to drink some watermelon. You're right on point. Right on point. And the sooner we start correcting what we eat, and how we eat it, is like you said, is we're eating it, but we're not expelling it out of our bodies, and that is causing more sickness in us. And I especially like the slides that you were showing of these meat companies supposedly backing, what's supposed to be good, and it's very hypocritical. But to them, is about that money.
Yeah.
And and I like the way you pointed out the fruits, even the one I think you said it was the strawberries. I think. Right. That helped into stopping cancer, and they got these cancer things, and we'll help you, but the real answer is what we're eating. So this is excellent. I agree with everything that you said, and learned some things from what you said as well.
Brother Bakari?
Well, I'm gonna be honest. For me, I'm a chickenologist. I live up to the stereotype. Chicken and watermelon. I don't drink mine. I eat it. But I eat fruits. I eat vegetables. But I understand what you were saying. My doctor told me, now, this was before I had ever heard of Dr. Sebi. When one of my friends introduced me to him, it just so happened Dr. Sebi's diet to get rid of diabetes was the same thing that my doctor told me. I went in, man, I got huge. I was huge. I was like 285 pounds. My high blood pressure, I had high blood pressure. They offered me high blood pressure pills. They told me they offered me diabetic pills. My bad cholesterol was extremely high. My good cholesterol was damn near non-existent. And I told him I don't trust the pharmaceutical system. What is it I can do? An alternative. And I never forget, he told me I'm his only patient he ever had that asked for an alternative. Then he asked me, was I sure I wanted to take that chance? I was like, yeah, I'm not taking on pills. It's not you I don't trust, but I don't trust the pharmaceutical system. And he started off, he was a white guy. He started off, he said the worst thing I could eat was pork, which I was cutting that out. I had just about cut it completely out my diet anyway, but now it's gone. Then he said, everything white is bad for you. And me being me, he's a white guy. I say, including the people. He laughed. But, and as he continued, he told me, I said, what about chicken? He said, no, fried chicken. I said, man, I'm going to be honest with you, man. Fried chicken was my first girlfriend. And that's my first love. And I, so did I cut it out? I'm going to be honest. The fried chicken was hard for me to cut out. But what I had to learn to do was do it in moderation. I might eat it once a month. once every 2 months, right? I still eat chicken, baked chicken, raw chicken,
Right.
grilled chicken,
That's
just not the
good.
fried. And I had to start back working out. I had to stop working out. I used to work out all the time. You know, my wife passed. I gained 65 pounds. I was just drinking, eating, and smoking weed, right? And he said, come back. He said, come back in 90 days. It was 6 to 90. I think it was 90 days. Come back. If you do what I told you to do, cut them foods out and just exercise 30 minutes a day. But I had just started back exercising anyway because I was so fat. I bent over to tie my shoe and ran out of breath, right? And so I went to the gym, right? So I just started back. But I went back 90 days. Diabetes gone, high blood pressure gone, bad cholesterol where it's supposed to be, good cholesterol where it's supposed to be. And, you know, Cheerios on that commercial, when they say Cheerios is good for your cholesterol, that one thing about that commercial is true. You don't have to put them with milk. You can just eat them. You can just eat some. I like the honey nut, but you can just eat some. And it go along with the exercise. And the most important thing, he said, make sure you eat a lot of green leafy vegetables. So like when I cook sometime, even if I'm having a get together, I have some people, your green's not all the way done. I'm like, yes, they are. Yours a little crunchy. I know, that's how I cook mine, because I don't want to cook all the nutrients out of it. You know, when I was young, I used to always wonder, see, I'm from Mississippi, so we called it pot liquor. You know, I don't know if y'all ever heard nobody call the bean juice or the green juice pot liquor. You never heard that, Maurice?
No, I never heard that.
You never heard it? Yeah, that's what we called it, pot liquor. And I always wondered why that the older people would drink the juice. The young people didn't drink the juice off the greens. Now I realized all the nutrients was in the juice. That's why they drank the juice. So after I went through all this and I asked my mama, and she was like, that's when you cook it down, all the nutrients in the juice. You cooked a lot of stuff that's good for you out of it. It's in the juice. So we drank the juice so we can make sure we get everything healthy from the greens. And so, you know, when they did that, you know, they was going around talking about ain't no such thing as a, you know, this conscious community try to find anything to talk about to get people watching them. And they said there was no cure for diabetes. And the guy absolutely called me a lie. So I sent him to American Diabetes Association. And I told him to look up the charts. They have something called remission. Your diabetes can go in remission, which means you're doing right. But once you stop and get back to your old habits, it can come back. But the cure is, and they never say a cure, but you have to read it. If you look up complete remission in diabetes, that's the cure. Mine went in complete remission. They said once you exercise and do what you're supposed to do, and diabetes is out your system for a year, it won't come back. That's a cure, but they don't call it a cure because they want you to stay on that insulin. They want you to stay taking the insulin shot or the insulin pills. So mine went into complete remission because I asked for an alternative. Now, I eat chicken, turkey, sometimes turkey necks, turkey wings, turkey booty. Turkey tail is what they call. I just say booty, but it's called a turkey tail because I ain't never seen no turkey with a tail. And, you know, fish, like I said. But I eat chicken, man. I eat chicken just about every day. I don't eat meat every day. I probably go a couple days a week, don't eat no meat.
Oh, wow.
But the days I eat meat, but the rest of the time, if I eat twice a day, one of those meals gonna be chicken. I had a cookbook, 245 ways to cook chicken. So I'm gonna eat chicken. I'm gonna eat chicken. But I heard you say your friend from Dallas was telling you about the stuff they ate growing up, gator, frog legs. Now I've never eaten a possum. I've never eaten a possum, but I've tasted raccoon. I really like raccoon. I eat deer, rabbit. But I'm gonna tell you something. All of that stuff sound bad, right? And this is what I tell my son all the time. I say, "Wow, animal is smaller than a human." Here's what make you figure that. You see how we discussing what you should eat? Nobody tell that deer what it had to eat. It know what to eat. So if you hunt and you hunt a deer, now it is a red meat, but my doctor said it was better than the cow. It is a red meat, but it's eating what it's supposed to eat out in the wild.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't never heard of no mad venison disease,
Mm-hmm.
because ain't nobody crushing up venison, putting it back in the venison feed, making the deer eat it.
Mhm.
Could you tell us about the cow situation you was telling me earlier?
Yeah, Maurice, you know what mad cow disease is, right? You heard of that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I was watching this documentary. You know what causes mad cow disease?
What's that?
Greedy people, these greedy farmers, you know what they are. When they slaughter the cow, kill the cow, you know, parts of the animal you're supposed to throw away.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of throwing it away, they would just grind it up into the cow feed and feed it back to the cow.
Wow.
It was done more in Europe than here. That's why you always heard of more cases in Europe than in the United States. But yeah, they refuse, like the cow guts. They take them, grind them up, put it back in the feed, make feed out of it. So now you are making a cow eat meat, and a cow doesn't eat meat.
Mm-hmm.
And not only is it eating meat, it's cannibalism because it's eating another cow.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You know? But yeah, some of that stuff your friend was talking about in Dallas, gator tail. I had fried gator tail. And
I just had I had some rabbit stew for the first time. Yes.
Did you like it?
He said, and you know, everything tastes like chicken. Right? But he said, oh man, it tastes like chicken. You know, it wasn't something like, it was good. Don't get me wrong, it was good. But you know, but it's not tough like chicken.
It's something you wasn't used to. See, when everything we had, like stuff like that, my uncle used to hunt when I was little. Man, I'm gonna tell you, I'm sitting here, I remember eating a rabbit. And while I'm eating it, spitting out the buckshot.
What?
Because we was hunting the food. My uncle used to hunt. We didn't, you know, he used to go hunt the rabbit, hunt the deer, all of that. So we go out in the woods. Like when they say you eat a raccoon, and you find somebody like your friend from Dallas, if he say he ate a raccoon, I bet you he'll tell you he never ate a raccoon in the city. Like they probably have raccoons in some spots in New York.
Oh, ain't nobody. They do. They got raccoons in New York. Yeah, of course.
But ain't nobody going.
We got possums in New York.
But we wouldn't eat those raccoons. You know why?
Because they eat from the garbage.
Because they're eating from the garbage.
Right.
You go hunt in the woods, and when you find a raccoon out in the woods, they eating berries.
That's true.
They're eating fish. And I'm gonna tell you something else about a raccoon. If you ever see a raccoon get something, because you know it can stand, it grab, it can use its paws like a hand, right? Raccoon would take what it's about to eat and dip it in water and rinse it off before he eat it.
Oh wow!
Wow, very intelligent.
Yes, they're extremely intelligent. But I don't. My family love it. My brother, my sister, cousins, they love them. My brothers, they say they had them barbecued. I never had it off the grill. I know how to cook it, but it's okay. My mama used to love them, so we used to cook them, but it was okay. But if I tell you I haven't eaten it, I would be lying. If I knew somebody had to cook it now and I'm gonna go buy and they cook it, I would probably eat some, but it's not anything that I'm chasing. But frog legs, yes, I love frog legs, bullfrog legs. Drop them in hot grease. They cook them different ways now. I didn't even know. I go to the seafood spot here in Maurice about a been here. Next time, if you're here doing them, I'll take you to this black-owned seafood spot I go to. You know,
you had quail. You had quail. There was like a bird called quail.
Little bird. No, I've never eaten a quail.
Well, that's what they had at the barbecue.
Like a little blackbird.
Yeah, but
I've never eaten them, but I know people that have.
Yeah,
I know people that
good. I didn't. I was.
I've never eaten it. I know people that used to go hunt them and eat them. I got some brothers say when they was younger and mom and dad out and ain't nobody took nothing out to cook or they waiting for mama to cook. I got a brother right now that would tell you they would take their BB gun or they just 22 rifle their dad had and go hunt those birds, come back, clean them and eat them. I've never eaten it though. I'm not saying I won't. I just never ate it.
I should have just had one just to see how it tastes, but I was like, oh, you know, I don't know.
I've never eaten it.
Mm.
But I do believe wild food is better for you than the store-bought food. I absolutely believe that because the animals eating what it's supposed to eat. And when you said how food is nutrition during war, you even learned that in the military. But the
Mm.
thing about it is, we're at war. 90% of us don't know it or afraid to say it. So we have to, but those are some things we have to learn to do. Where do we get our vegetables from? We get our vegetables from the same store for the most part, from the same store that they get where we get our meat from.
Mm.
And if they did something to the meat, they're doing something to the vegetables too. Maybe not as much, but they're doing something. So we have to learn to become self-sufficient
Right. I
with
agree.
anything we do. But I know this is about vegetarian and meat. And like I said at the beginning, man, I'm a chickenologist. So matter of fact, I made some chicken. I made some chicken and noodles today. Boiled chicken and noodles, chicken stew today.
Mm.
Yeah.
Wow, that's what's up. That's what's up. And I noticed like oatmeal is good. I sometimes get some oatmeal. You can add bananas in it, and as you can see, bananas give potassium. I don't ever put sugar in it. I put honey. Because honey comes from the bees. It's a little bit like a sweetener. It's not.
Can I say something right quick?
Right.
If you ever get a chance to get you some honey, straight from the beehive, straight. Oh, that's the best honey in the world.
I can imagine.
Oh, my dad.
I gotta go find a store that sell that.
My dad had my dad was the head of this organization. He just gave it to the city, to the town he was in. He ain't making no money from it because he won. But man, a honeybee farm.
And the honey is really dark. It's really dark. It's not golden like you see in the store, but it's really
because the pollen and stuff is still in it. Yeah. So the a honey straight from the honeybee. I've had it straight from the hive.
You lucky you.
To my table. We chew the cone, you chew everything. That's the best honey you can get. And we have to start eating more nuts too.
Yes. I was gonna say yes. That's true.
But I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna add on is that what about the syrup? The syrup. You get it straight from the tree.
Well, I don't know how to make. I don't know how they did the syrup.
Yeah, but not the syrup they selling. It's garbage. But the one with the actual syrup, there's no sugar. There's no taste. There's no sugar. But that's the real syrup that you're supposed to put on your pancakes. It's not supposed to be sweet.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's why the syrup that's still in the store. They put too much sugar in it. There's a reason why if I do make some small, make some pancakes once in a blue, I just put it with put some jam on it or something like that. I really don't put syrup on my pancakes and stuff like that if I decide to make some. But these are little I'm just trying to give people to be more health conscious. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And and that's good. Y'all give some good ideas for the people. So and that's what we're doing. We're trying to bring some health awareness to the people. So when people want to live long, like you said, stay away from, and I'm not saying you can't eat certain things. If you want to get a little pork chop, fine, but don't eat. It's not something you eat every day. I don't eat chicken every day. I don't eat that stuff every day. You eat it, but like I said, the best diet, and really supposedly we really supposed to eat fruits and vegetables. And you could cut a couple of chicken in the salad, make yourself a chicken salad. You see what I'm saying? So you could take your favorite meats and just cut it up. You're still because you're getting more of that green food to help you digest, because you want to digest that stuff, get all that toxin and all that, because that's what you're eating. All that, yeah, we probably eating a lot of processed stuff, but you're eliminating that stuff, and you still keep the nutrients. You know what I'm saying? So you're not losing anything. You're just getting rid of all the waste, the unnecessary waste. You gotta eliminate that stuff. And they like I said, they got the pills. These are really healthy. This is really moringa detox. If you get a chance, get that. And who put me in on this? To be honest with you, Chief X. You put me on this, you know. So these are really healthy pills, and it cleans you out, and you feel lighter, you feel better. So so we got to know what we take in our bodies. So and I'm just like I said, it's just you could eat, have your little rice, your little baked chicken. Make sure it's baked, not fried, but make sure you have all your greens. Spinach is good. Greens is good. Don't make your greens too oily. Cabbage is good. Broccoli. Make sure it's green. Asparagus. All that stuff is good for you, and all that stuff will, And this is from the earth. You see what I'm saying? That's the thing. That's from the earth. If you got animals is eating it and they eating it raw and they live long, these animals living longer than us. That's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
That's a problem. We're dying before the animals. So we got to really check our diets. And then, like I said, exercise is good. We got to exercise. We should not be, we should not be bloated or fat or whatever. If that's not how we don't supposed to look like that. We're supposed to be really fit people, especially black people. We always like to run, and we're very athletic people. Naturally, we're very athletic. You really don't see any fat people in Africa. I'm not saying they are none, but most of the people there are very thin. Exactly. So especially in a climate, that's what I'm saying. The climate is very important. You get real lazy in the wintertime. You don't do much in the wintertime. That's why people eat a little more. But when it's hot and you're in a tropical climate, you're going to want to eat healthy. You want to feel lighter in the summer. You don't want to sweat, because if you eat heavy like meat and stuff like that, you're going to sweat more. And so we definitely gotta be a little more healthier. So I would say, in my conclusion, what works for me is a balanced meal. But when it comes down to the plate, have more greens and fruits and vegetables on your plate than the meat, than the baked chicken and the rice and stuff like that. And that's what my doctor had told me. He said, there's nothing wrong having these things, but just make sure you have more green foods on your plate. And it works for me. It works for me. I feel better. I feel great. So I don't know if y'all want to add anything.
I would say this, that we definitely have to eat a whole lot better and definitely do the workout. It's like it goes hand in hand. Mm-hmm. It really does. It goes hand in hand. And we have to have a balance. Like you said, we have to have a balance. And sometimes we get so busy in life that we don't even think about it. Go out here and eat this McDonald's, that is death itself.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And but you see a lot of our people rotating to these places like it's good, when it's no good for you at all. It's helping you get to the grave a whole lot sooner.
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking about that video where they showed like a McDonald's hamburger and their French fries sitting there for like, I think it was like a month.
Right.
And nothing happened to it. It didn't decompose or nothing. And it was like, how is this real food? So we definitely got to get our mouths out of the enemy's kitchen and begin to be more wise with how we're eating and what it is that we are eating, so we can have a longer and a righteous life.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely, this is a definitely good program that people really need to see. Maybe we need to go deeper into, why this fast food death is the way it is, and do a little experiments ourselves of taking the hamburger or the cheeseburger or the chicken and see what happens with it, so our people can really see firsthand, because they just don't have the time to do the quality research and the reading, that we would be able to do to put on it, so that they can see exactly the death that they're eating.
Mm-hmm. And I want to add on something. And I always tell our people, listen to your body. If you know that you're eating your body would talk to you. Your body would say, hey, you know what? I don't feel too good.
Mm-hmm.
You need more green food. Sometimes you need a fast, to eliminate that stuff so your body can, digest and get rid of all that waste, the unnecessary food that you eat. There's nothing wrong with that. There's been times that I can go a whole day without eating. And they say that's bad for you, but that's not that nothing is not going to happen to you if you do that. As you can see, Maurice, do you eat once a day according to the?
I don't do it as much as I should. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I eat twice a day, but I never eat like 3 times a day.
Right, me either.
It goes once or maybe twice.
Right, that's the same thing with me.
You know, some guy, you said something. I'm gonna say this before I go, because I got to get up at 4:30 in the morning.
Okay.
But you were talking this time of year and how you eat. I'm gonna tell you something, man. Me and my one partner, he's a vegetarian. He's not vegan. He only eat fish, he eat seafood, but that's about it, right? As far as meat is concerned. But there's some guys I work with, and me and this one guy be talking like, man, I can't eat like that no more. Man, this is a guy, we might leave the White House. Let's say it don't make it on what time we leave the White House. They want to stop at this corner store. But I promise you, man, before we go, this dude eating 3 pieces of fried chicken, little small thing of probably have about 10 wedges and a biscuit. Now I eat potatoes and I eat biscuits. But when I'm out there working, and I guess I got this from basic training in the military, but we used to get up in the morning, work out 2 miles, 3 miles, work out. We didn't eat nothing before we went, because they say it's best if you don't eat anything before you become that active.
Right.
So people look at me, they're like, man, you don't eat. I say every now and then. I say I eat when I finish. I get in at 5 in the morning. I get in by 5:30 on the first one there. Drink my cup of coffee. Then I start working, right? We might not get done to 2:30, right? That's when I stop and get me something. I say I can't eat like that, then work. Because if I do, I ain't gonna do no work.
You're right. That's how I am too.
I say I ain't gonna do nothing.
You're right.
But I see how we eat. We just stop and go right at the corner. We just get anything, whatever it is they're cooking. And we think, and like Maurice said, you're so busy and you ripping and you running. And sometimes you don't even think about it. Your body is so hungry because you're used to eating at that time that you have to put something in it. Like me, I very rarely eat anything. Like the other day, we had worked so long and so hard, I ain't gonna lie, by 12 o'clock. I had to go get me a banana. But I cannot eat a whole lot. Or the other day I had a biscuit. One day I had a biscuit and like 2 potato wedges, small potato wedges. I said, man, I can't eat all that stuff and go to work. You're not gonna get no meat. No. That little food gonna fill you up. I say it's gonna do the job. I'm not trying to get full out here doing this. I said, man, y'all haven't noticed when we out there working, and once we start, when we making these deliveries, and we putting this stuff in these people's house, after 2 trips, you talking about you tired, you need to take a break, and I can keep going. That's because I haven't stuffed myself with all that fried chicken, bacon sandwich, and I love chicken, pork, this sausage sandwich, the bacon sandwich, hot dogs, which is made out of lips and assholes. I got that from a cartoon that was the raccoons said they were looking for food. They were city coons. And their son say, Daddy, I found something to eat. He said, what is a hot dog? And the daddy said, son, raccoons don't eat hot dogs. And he was like, why? Hot dog made out of lips and assholes. But I see them eat like that, and then they tell like, man, you're not tired. No, you didn't eat nothing. No, but I know I'm gonna eat after I finish, so I'm gonna get finished. You can go ahead and take a 15-minute break. It don't bother me. You can take a 40-minute break. You can take an hour. I'm not one of the people who complain because I'm gonna still do what I got to do. You understand what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Go ahead. I tell them today, man, go ahead, sit down. I'm straight. I got it.
Mhm.
Because they have stuffed themselves.
Yes.
Like completely stuffed themselves.
Wow.
Man, this is one guy. He's like, on the way to, we load up at the warehouse. We get in the truck. We not 100 yards from the warehouse. He pull out a plate. He eating Sunday dinner.
Oh, wow.
Oh
This
my
man,
God.
this dude had meatloaf, cornbread, mashed potatoes and gravy, green beans and corn.
Oh.
Mm,
Then we
mm,
made it to the job. He moved 2 blocks. Man, I got to sit down for like 5 or 10 minutes.
mm.
Oh no.
Wow.
Wow.
Mm.
Well, because I know you got to go, but we're gonna close this out.
Yeah, I got to get up at 4:30, man. I thank you for inviting me, though.
Just just stay on just a little bit more, just a little
I
bit
got
more.
you. All right, I got
Close
you.
it out, and I want you to just because I like you got ended with the Market Garvey quote.
I got you.
But I just want to say this to the audience. Thanks for watching. But I want to give my last thing I want to say, just to add on what Brother Bakari has said about, and I'm speaking from my experience. I used to eat like that. I used to eat, with hoagie sandwiches during lunch, and that's how you gain weight too, because especially if you're sitting down a lot through the whole day, and then you're eating a big breakfast, and then you eating a big lunch, and then you eating a dinner. That's how you gain weight. So what I did, I had to change my whole style, and I used to get sluggish. I didn't want to work. I would get drowsy, which you can call you get the itis. So now I eat a lot of. I get a bag of spinach, like a spinach chips. Those are good, very healthy. Or I get it like sunflower seeds. The ones that's already, you don't have to take the seed out. It's already prepared. And these things, these seeds, and like I said, these are plant diet stuff, and that gives you energy. And guess what? I don't feel tired. I don't feel sluggish. I'm still willing to work. And these are light stuff. This is something you could just say, you know what? And that's what your body. Sometimes your body don't need much. Your body don't need much, especially if you're working. It just needs something to fill that pain, that stop that hunger. And sometimes you just eat a little seeds, or like you said, peanuts, or spinach chips, or not any old chips. No, I'm not talking about those Lay's and all that stuff. No, get some healthy. They got some really good healthy chips from plants. Okay, so because if you want to continue working and get that energy, you got to eat healthy. It all comes from the plants. Most of these are plant diet, but when you home, you can't eat. They say don't eat a certain hour. You like I said, you can have your little chicken and stuff like that. I won't tell you don't overdo it. If you get a piece of chicken, just get one. You get one breast, but fill it up with a lot of fruits and vegetables. And trust me, you'll feel a lot better. You won't have to wake up sluggish. So in the morning, because you don't eat, you're not overeating, and and everything is small portions. As you get older, you wouldn't eat much. So I would say get small, put it in a bowl. Like I said, I don't eat out of a plate. I eat out of a bowl, so they could control my portions better. That's just me. So I'm just saying what works for me. Maybe people want to try it. You could try it. But I just hope, people that's watching, hope y'all learn something. I mean, sure, even when I'm talking about, I'm learning something. You know what I'm saying? So, and I just want to say thanks for watching. Thanks for my brothers on the panel. Thanks for coming through, man. I really appreciate it. I really do. Y'all can give y'all last statements, and we out of here.
All right. Yes, sir. Well, I thank you as well, big brother Guy. And it's always a pleasure to be with you and our other brother, Brother Bakari. The information was excellent information. And one of the great things about it is information that will help you live longer and live better. Mm-hmm. And we as a people definitely need to do that, because we're under so much stress and strain, and we're dying from heart attacks and, diabetes and liver problems and this and that. And if we can clean up our diet and get the detox stuff that we need. What did you say the name of those pills were?
It's I'm gonna show you right there. I'm just gonna write it down. It's Moringa Bitters Detox. I don't know if you can see it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna get me some of that as well. Yeah, definitely. Okay. Thank you, big brother. So again, thank you, sir. Excellent information, and I definitely learned, and that's a great thing.
Bakari, it's on you, brother.
Yeah, man, I thank you for inviting me, Brother Guy, being on the panel with Brother Guy Nollywood Jr. and my brother Maurice. This was a good show. I wish you could have done it a little earlier. This is a show that we could have went on, so maybe we do need to do this again.
Yeah, we can make a part.
So we can do it a little earlier, and we can continue to talk about it. And excuse me, because this is something that we need. We do need to be healthy. And one thing about it, my son, my 16-year-old, he's almost he get on my daughter, his little sister nerves, talking about eating healthy. He don't want no fried chicken. He might eat fried chicken once a month, once every 2 months. He want his chicken baked, broil, grill, and he have learned to cook it the way he like it. He go in there, he gonna cook it. He gonna cook asparagus. He gonna cook broccoli, green beans. He's gonna do all that. He don't even want the white rice, even though we do eat white rice, but he want the brown rice. He want all that, and he's in there, every now and then he treat himself. Tonight he asked me to get him something sweet. But for the most part, he very, very seldom. He just do that, run, lift weights.
That's good.
He had to run, lift weights. He said we got to be healthy. So he get on my nerves and got me back into because I had sat around because I tricked myself. Because I said when I turn 45, I ain't gonna work out no more. I'm gonna have enough muscle on my body to last the rest of my life. I had enough muscle to last about 7 months. So I had to start I said I'm gonna do the lazy way out. I'm gonna have enough. But it didn't work. But anyway, man, I thank y'all. I thank the people in the chat. We had 3 people in the chat. I thank y'all for joining. The next time we do it, hopefully y'all invite 3 and they can invite 3 and they can invite 3 and we can have more people because this crew right here, Brother Guy Nollywood, Maurice Muhammad, and Brother Bakar, we all have something great to offer. Not just about this, it's about building our people. Even the health is about building our people. And I thank y'all for joining. So before I go, I'm going to say be black, buy black, think black. And I got this from a lady who's always in my chat, Jasmine Virgo. Love, be black, buy black, think black, love black.
Yes.
And everything else will take care of itself. Peace and
love. Peace and love. Thanks for watching. We are.
Peace.